Yo, what's up everybody? How's it going today? So I'm going to try to get 2 videos in per day just to give you a morning update with a market scan and then an evening update just to kind of summarize the day and how things have been going. So we start off with every episode and live stream with Ellie. Ellie's my 7-month-old toy poodle. She's very well behaved, very attached to me. And her name is Ellie, short for Elliott Wave Theory. Hi Ellie, say hi to the camera. Anyways, let's get into it. I know it's about dinner time right now in Europe, so not a lot of people can end up joining me. So thank you very much for joining me. I fixed my web camera for people. It doesn't shake anymore. So that's always a good thing. I apologize for the background noise. My window's actually open right now. Okay, so we're going to make this very short and sweet today, okay? So the reason why I decided to make another video today is because Bitcoin ended up falling a pretty decent amount today. Hello, Javier. Thank you very much for joining me. Franklin, you've been around for a while, right? I think I recognize your name. Correct me if I'm wrong. Thank you for joining me. It's also the very last day of the month where we've got about 5 plus 3, 8 hours left. So Bitcoin today ended up falling a pretty large amount. 8% drop. Before that, the last fractal was 7%. So today, we've actually had the biggest drop other than on the 21st. So this is the second biggest drop since the rally that we've had, which is a little bit scary, I have to admit. Bitcoin ended falling below the $19,000 range. In fact, it wicked below here to 18.7 and recovered quickly. I lost $800 today trying to long Bitcoin. That just didn't work out. Being very honest about that. And before we jump into BTC, just talking about the public portfolio that I'm managing for my group here. I said that I was going to cap it at $50,000. I decided to change my mind and cap it at $100,000. So I'm going to manage a very public portfolio for everybody to show you how I'm going to turn this $100,000 into an easy $500,000, anywhere between the span, I'm guessing, of a year and a half to at most 5 years. Realistically, I'm probably going to guess for Bitcoin's halving and regulation coming up next year, I'm probably going to multiply this by 5x with a 100K investment in a very short period of time. Under 3 years is my optimistic guess. And I'll go over with you guys the portfolio near the end as well. But just to summarize quickly, I'm down about $4,000. I was up $4,000 and now I'm down $4,000. And so that's an $8,000 difference. So with this $8,000 difference here, a lot of people have said to me, should have taken profit at the top. But you don't really know where the top is. Not only that, I'm not here to day trade or swing trade or to manage positions on a weekly basis. I'm here to ride Bitcoin to 70K all-time highs again. So I'm going to hold Bitcoin. You simply don't know where the bottom is or where the top is in a short time frame. Day trading is incredibly difficult. You're right, username. I don't use my EMA lines anymore. The EMA lines that I use now is something more simple. Okay, I use the 50 moving average and then the the 13 moving average and the 200 moving average. I'm more so experimenting. I don't like it, I have to admit. I'm going to change it back to the EMA, back to the 13 EMA, 55 EMA, and also the 200 EMA. But I'm going to leave out the 8 and I'm going to leave out the 21. I like EMA more because it's weighted differently. It has more weight the way it's assigning and doing the calculation for the numbers, so it reacts much quicker as well. If I have time, Chanel, I'll see what I can do, but this is not going to be one of those channels where I'm basically going to do a short-term TA for you. To do a proper TA, if you're looking at a proper coin, it takes a tremendous amount of time. My 1 minute opinion should not affect, Chanel, your opinion of a simple coin. Because if I give you my opinion, first of all, you should say to yourself, this guy's giving me a minute of his time. Who the hell is he to give me a minute of his time to give me this really quick TA? Why should you even value or respect that, right? I got to do a TA from the very beginning, which takes a tremendous amount of time. And you shouldn't really lean on people to, get a TA from them. You should rely on your own information and your own bias. If I told somebody right now to buy RLC because they're looking at it, they're probably going to buy RLC because they're so dependent on someone else's opinion. And I'm sorry to say, but the kind of people that are very dependent on someone else's opinion, they're usually the people that lose a lot of money and then they blame other people. It's always important to formulate your own opinion rather than asking someone else for their TA. It's important to improve your skills as a technical analyst and realize that nobody gives a shit about, like, professional traders. They don't give a shit about anyone else's opinion. I personally don't give a crap about anyone else's opinion when it comes to TA or even fundamental analysis. I only worry about my own opinion. I gather my own data. It's my own money that I'm actually investing. I'm managing over 7 figures for my personal portfolio, and I'm managing up to 6 figures very soon for the public portfolio. So why should I depend on someone else's opinion? It's my money. I'm going to make my own decisions, and I'll be responsible for my own money. That's the most important part to understand when it comes to trading in crypto. So Bitcoin fell down below $18,700, okay? It was honestly scary because it looked like it was just going to continue to the downside. As it stands right now for the monthly, it's looking like absolute garbage, okay? So if we zoom back on the weekly on an exchange such as Bitfinex here, so that volume profiler where it tells you the volume based off of the price range, we're seeing the most support between $14,000 to $12,000. So in my opinion, I don't even think we're close to reaching a bottom right now. I think the bottom is going to be anywhere between $12,000 to $14,000, and we've got a long ways to go. The bill that this senator was trying to get reviewed under a committee is far away right now. She's going to get it reviewed under 4 different committees. If that passes, it'll be reviewed by the Senate. If that passes, it'll eventually be passed as a law by Biden. He'll sign off on it. But that's really far down the road. I can't see that happening until, and not only that, the ETF was rejected, so that definitely didn't help at all either. Again, of course, I don't see regulation even coming close to more of a discussion until probably early January. But by the time that comes, it's going to be a lot of time elapsed. You're going to have a lot of time to accumulate. I wrote and I tweeted that people are just, they're really worried about their portfolio. The market is absolutely red right now. But what we need to understand is that you're going to get an opportunity to buy crypto at a tremendously low price. The average price, the average amount of people that had 1.0 Bitcoin at $70,000, it wasn't that much. But if you think about the price difference from 70 to 20K or even to 12K, there's going to be a lot more wallets holding Bitcoin. And right now, it's a fact that the amount of people holding 1.0 Bitcoin has actually reached an all-time high. Not only that, scarcity is becoming huge on all exchanges right now. The supply of Bitcoin on all exchanges, it's starting to run out. It's starting to get at a really low level. Like, we're talking about 2017 bull run, really low levels right now. Also, Bitcoin halving is a little bit more than a year away as well. With Bitcoin halving, miners are going to get half of the reward, which is going to increase scarcity. And with the increase of scarcity, where Bitcoin is a finite resource, you're going to see the price of Bitcoin end up skyrocketing quite a bit. Zoom out of your trading view 80% and your trading view will look much cleaner. I like it just like this, Samal. Okay? You know, you can do what you like to yours. I personally like having big font because my eyes are bad, and this looks great to me. So you guys are welcome to customize your trading view however you like. However, I've had my trading view the exact same way, just the way I like it for the past 7 years now, and that's not going to change. Although I appreciate your opinion, Samal. And I sit a lot further away than you think, than this looks. Despite having 2 huge 49-inch monitors, I like my font big, just like on my phone. My eyes are horrible. I'm getting laser surgery in about a week, so I'm really happy about that. The last thing you want is just to be squinting. You know, whatever settings you use for TradingView, don't copy someone else's setting. Have it to whatever looks good. Not only that, Salman, right, because I have a Discord group, if I were to zoom in to 80% or whatever, 80%. When I copy and paste these screenshots to my Discord group or to Twitter or to Facebook, they have a much harder time reading it as well. So unfortunately, I don't like doing that at all. I like having mine exactly one. Actually, 90% is pretty perfect to me. So right now, Bitcoin ended up retracing below the golden ratio. A lot of people thought we were going to bounce at the golden ratio, okay? But we ended up falling right below it. And now we're in the golden pocket zone, okay? We're in the golden pocket zone right now. And the cool thing is on the past 4 hours, we got a really nice candle. The first candle in about 7 days now, where we got a doji candle near a bottom, which could imply that if we trade above this range, a lot of alts may end up rallying with it as well. So what I'm waiting for right now is, how am I going to play this? I'm waiting for a break in the high, okay? So this is a high right here, okay? That's pretty much the previous high. If we end up trading above that range and we end up recovering and making a higher high than this previous one right here, I think that a lot of alts are going to end up rallying with it as well. So despite the major drop right now, if we take a look on CryptoLoom, it's called cryptoloom.co, okay guys? I'm just gonna copy and paste this in the group chat, just so you guys have a reference of the site that I'm using. It's a site where you can get all your RSI, volume, and also percentage movement in dollar amount between 5-minute to the 1-day chart, all in one page. I think it's about $40 a month for it. I don't remember, but you definitely require a subscription. So if I sort by highest RSI, nothing is oversold. Definitely not. We're overbought. But in terms of oversold, we're seeing one drop the absolute most. And the reason for the drop is because of the Harmony hack. A hacker that they've now confirmed with loose suspicion, like more so confirmed than not, that the hacker is from North Korea. There's been a lot of hacks from North Korea. Tons. So because of this $100 million hack, Harmony offered a $1 million reward with zero consequences, no legal repercussions, if the hacker ended up returning the $100 million that was stolen. But unfortunately, he denied it. So unfortunately, Harmony is now going to be suffering and paying the price for it. A lot of faith has been lost in one, a lot of trust as well. It's kind of like Luna. When something like that happens to Luna, it blows my mind how people can still be trading Luna after what's happened already. I mean, despite the 800% gain, I don't think it's wise to even get back into a coin that has a history like this. It's kind of like a bad relationship. Why would you get back in a bad relationship, right? Or if something tragic happened to you, like if you got into a major motorcycle accident before where you almost died, why would you even think about getting back on a motorcycle right away? Or if even, right? It just doesn't make sense for people to go back and trade Luna Classic despite how volatile it is right now. Not only that, there's been a lot of links already saying that 45% of the volume for Luna's Classic, it's by one person right now. Probably a whale that's trying to recover from Luna Terra. So I really highly advise for you to go back I highly advise for you to stay away from Luna. Have you tried 8 EMA? I do like it, but the thing about the 8 EMA is that it's too fast, and it's only really good for short time frames that were very, very volatile and explosive movements. I found that I don't use the 8 EMA. I find that the 13 is just perfect for me. So yes, I did, Leon. I bought a house in Istanbul, Turkey. I moved here permanently. I'm getting married this year to my fiance, Uraz. Bought a home here, getting citizenship as well. So yeah, I'm going to get my citizenship probably in a few months here. It's a very, very beautiful country. I bought a historical house that's 130 years old that's been restored. So right now, as it stands, Bitcoin is trying to break back above this golden ratio, okay? If you take a look on the weekly, like there's nothing bullish about this, guys. The weekly is still downtrending hard. There might be small bounces here and there, but based off of the momentum of Bitcoin right now, it's definitely going to the downside, okay? I just can't see anything bullishly diverging right now. We're getting lower lows, right? So despite the small potential uptick, we started to see the 2-day histogram stall already. So I don't think it's going to hold, guys. I think we're going to consolidate for a lot of July. That's my opinion. We're going to consolidate for a lot of July and then eventually smash to the downside. It just doesn't seem like we're getting any type of bullish movement to the upside right now. On the daily as well, okay, despite us being below the negative line here, the histogram is starting to tick already. And just the way that the monthly is ending, it's not on a good note right now. But one good news is that Michael Saylor bought another $10 million of Bitcoin. He originally had I think it was a $3.68 billion position. His position is from $30,000. And he's obviously down a lot right now. He's down to probably about maybe a little over $2 billion left right now for his position. And I don't think he's going to get liquidated, though. That's pretty difficult. A lot of traders will dollar cost average and as the price of Bitcoin goes down. But one major consequence of leveraging is that you risk liquidation. So in my opinion, if you're dollar cost averaging, it's simply not wise to use any leverage at all, because highly leveraged positions, they're designed to be taken out. A lot of the bears, they're going to want to take you out entirely. And I've seen cascading effects that drop tremendously to the downside. So I just wanted to let you guys know in this video quickly that Bitcoin it's still in a very scary position right now. If we take a look at the open and the close for the last low on the daily, it's right around these regions right here of about 18,971. That's pretty much where we bounce. So expect a pretty long period of consolidation. It's going to go slow. It's going to go steady. But one thing we've got to remember is that we're here for the long term, not just the short term. So in terms of my public portfolio, okay, I'm down a tremendous amount in both portfolios. In my other one, I'm down, you guys don't even want to know, it's close to 6 figures just in the past week alone, right? Like maybe even way more than that, but in terms of being up, like overall, I'm definitely well up overall. But I'm just talking about since, of course, the all-time high, I think everybody is down from that net difference. So my plan is to buy another Bitcoin if it drops to around $16,000 to $15,000, probably. But if it drops to 12,000 for the public portfolio, I'm gonna buy another 2, and then I'm gonna buy a lot more Polygon, Cardano. I'm gonna buy more of that as well. Ethereum, not too much though. Polkadot, I think that linking chains, it's going to be incredibly important in the future. And who knows, 2023, 24, Polkadot is probably going to be one of the major coins that people will talk about. And right now, from the all-time high was 55.20. Right now, it's at 682. I'm probably going to put in another $10,000 of that, regardless not regardless, but when Bitcoin reaches between 12 to 15K, I'll be loading up on Polkadot a tremendous amount. Between Solana, Avalanche, right? Avalanche and Polygon, I don't know which one's gonna win. Like they're all doing their own side chain thing, right? That's competing with Ethereum. So I'm not sure about that, but I'm gonna invest in all 3 of them and may the best guy win, right? So I'm going to get this portfolio up to around $100,000 very soon, hopefully in the next 2 months. And then we're just going to sit tight and see where it goes. So for now, as it stands, I'm waiting for Bitcoin to perhaps break above this region. And then I'll most likely long a coin that I haven't decided yet. You guys will find out really quickly in my Discord group which coin I'm going to end up longing. So as it stands right now, one is definitely on my mind. It's one of the top coins that I'm looking at, because it reached the lowest point right now, right? I'm looking at this huge trend line right now for one that's just forming very, very steadily. I don't see any potential to long it quite yet right now, but it's going to come. The opportunity is going to come when possibly this trend line ends up breaking. This trend line's been forming for about 4 days now with a drop of about 35%. So if one ends up breaking above this trend line, you can probably bet on the fact that I'm going to definitely long this coin. I also see the moving average coinciding with the trend line support or resistance already. So with that break, I'm most likely going to enter this position since it's so clearly formed on the trend line and the EMA as well. So this is a great opportunity coming up. I'm telling you guys that one has dropped the most. It's the lowest on RSI right now, okay? Because it's dropped significantly, I don't think we're going to see bullishly diverging RSI. On the last 4-hour candle, we got a bullish pin bar type candle with really large volume. It was the highest volume since the 24th, so that's about a week now. I see it once again. I want to be very clear about this, okay? On the 30-minute time frame, I see a huge sloped trend line that hits perfectly to my criteria of entering a trade. It's not financial advice, right? But I'm just saying this is what I'm going to do. But you never know, right? Depending on the reaction there, I'm not going to blindly enter it. Neither should you. You shouldn't follow me if I jump off of a cliff, right? But, you should maybe observe this because the EMAs also coincide with it. It might happen at 3 in the morning when the daily close, month finishes, new daily candles forming, month begins. Boom, we might get a huge rally on this particular coin. So I'm watching one tremendously right now. No trades taken today other than my $800 loss that I was very transparent about. No trades yesterday at all either. But overall, this week in 7 days, I'm still up $18.5 thousand for day trading. So I think I'll end it there for you guys. ADA is very appealing to me, but their Vasil network right now is it's bottleneck, right? Like their upgrade to their network has been sidetracked. Sure, they're launching it on the testnet, but that doesn't really instill too much confidence right now. Not only that, when Bitcoin ended up rallying, Cardano made one of the smallest gains. It's not that volatile right now. I don't think we're going to get a major bounce in Cardano for a long time. A lot of people just generally don't like Cardano. I don't know why. It's like they make fun of people that hold Cardano. But I like it. I think it's a good project long term. Very environmentally friendly. I mean, I like proof of stake, right? So it doesn't use up a lot of power. There's so many benefits of Cardano. I'd recommend you guys check it up. So other than that, thank you very much for joining me, guys. I appreciate that. I'm probably going to end it here because honestly, it's about 7:30 already. My future wife is waiting for me for dinner. So thank you very much for joining me. I just wanted to catch you guys up quickly on what's been going on with just kind of Bitcoin in general, what to look for, which break to look for, and my price targets, which is between $12,000 to $14,000. Probably by the end of this year, we're going to reach it, if not much, much sooner. So have a great night. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel and also hit the notification button to see when I stream every single day. Bye now. Have a great